If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture on gate analog electronic circuit series. So today we will be solving from question number 46, 46, 47, 48, 49 and then 50. Okay, then let's try to solve these questions. So if you see question number 46, in 46 what they are asking, the voltage gain AB of the circuit. Okay, now here you need to do, because it is not simple biasing now. So because input is given, output is given, so it is something of amplifier question. They are asking you AB. So for that you need the hybrid parameter or H model of this transistor. I think you know H model. I am directly writing it, not explaining it, because you can find it in theory any book. You need to understand why it is so. So if you are simply knowing that, that will not work, but you understand from where H model is coming. That is very interesting. So this was the transistor model. IB is flowing through this. This is naked only transistor I am drawing. This is common emitter transistor, that model I am doing. This is beta into RE, and then we have this current source which is beta into IB, that is your IC current. Then we have a so-called RO. RO is given in generally Siemens, so it is 0 Siemens, that is admittance is 0, so infinite resistance is infinite. So in cases we can neglect this RO also. So these are transistor inbuilt characteristics. Forget about all other resistance that is connected. It is only simple transistor, that this transistor we have drawn only. Hybrid model of this transistor only. Others we have to connect it. So this is RE is the actually internal that is emitter contact resistance, you can say. Why it is beta into RE? Because this current IB when it comes to emitter, it becomes beta plus 1 into IB. So that's why we thought that without because current is flowing, so this drop will be beta plus 1 into, this is beta plus, because there is a resistance RE, internal resistance, so it will be beta plus 1 into RE, but for simplicity we assume it to be simply beta. So that's why this beta is multiplied here. This is internal characteristics of RE. RE you think you know, that is VT, that is 25 millivolt or 26 millivolt divided by IE. So that is some internal characteristics of the transistor. So remember this one, and this is RO, that is output resistance, which is generally infinite. Okay. So here if we connect all other things now, this is the original hybrid parameters. Now you see there is a 10 kilo ohm which is connected to my V in. So it is 10 kilo ohm I have connected here, and then I have given a V in. Okay, and there is a 10 kilo ohm which is connected between these and these, between IC, this current and this current, between collector and base there is another 100 kilo ohm. So this is another 100 kilo. This is the cause of problem of the circuit analysis, because it will take longer time to analyze it. You can apply Miller theorem. There are theorems to decompose this in two parts, but I am using this one directly. And then 12 kilo ohm. Now this 12 kilo ohm, if you see from output side, for AC analysis, for this signal what we do, this DC we kill all the DC source. If you kill this DC source, so what will be V0 will be the voltage drop across this 12 kilo ohm, because your IC will flow in this direction, so this drop will come across. So that's why it is the 12 kilo ohm that comes in parallel. So if you see your IC is go, this is my V0. So V0 will be negative, you can see, because this drop will be plus minus. So if you see from V0 side is minus plus, because it will be grounded. So the connection is something of this fashion. So all the resistance are connected, 12, 100 and 10. Now you have to analyze this one. You have to find the relation between these and these. That's it. Nothing is required now. And you think this is your, which one is your IB? This is not your IB now. This current is your IB. The current that is flowing through that internal RE into this current, and these are extra resistors. The extra resistance that is connected. So this is your IE, this is IB. So you can consider this current is IE minus IB, and okay, and this current will be IE minus IB minus beta into IB, whatever, or beta is given 100 into IB, you write it down, and then okay. So okay, let us now try to solve this one. So for this question, one assumption they have considered, or we have to consider one assumption, that is beta into RE is equal to 1 kilo ohm. So now if you take a KVL across this loop, so it will be V in is equal to 10 kilo into I plus IB into this one I have considered 1 kilo. So it will be V in is equal to 10,000 I plus 1000 IB. So this is option equation 1C. Because because I got a equation with IA and IB, so I want to have a equation of IA IB involving V naught. So you see what is the IA minus IB current? This voltage minus this voltage is V naught directly. So what is this voltage? This voltage is 1 kilo into IB. So this is the voltage, this minus this drop, this voltage, that is V naught, divided by 100K will give you IA minus IB. So from here also you will get the equation of V naught. So I am directly writing the equation of V naught. I think you can easily change the side and put all the value. Kilo means 1000 you put, and only I and IB is there. So if you calculate, your VO will be equal to 101,000 IB minus 100,000 I. So it will be V naught by 100. If you do, it will be 101,000 IB minus. So this is, let me take it equation 2. So now again, because you need to connect these two, this and this. So if you add this to this 1000 I will cancel, you will find a relation of IB. Next you have to replace again IB. So for that we have to take another KVL. So for now on you add 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 if I add, then you think this 1000 I will get cancelled. So if you add these two, you will get V in plus VO by 10. Again I am directly writing 11,100 IB. Suppose this is my equation 4. Now if you take a KVL along this loop, this outer loop, now you will find another equation. So it is IA minus IB minus 100 IB. IA minus IB minus 100 IB is the current flowing through this, into 12K is equal to VO. So I will get a relation between VO and IA IB. So if you do here, it will be, if I simplify here, 10 VO by 12 equal to 10,000 I minus 101,40 IB. So again, what is the benefit? You will get 10,000 I. So if you add these two, again you will find a relation VO and, or I am adding suppose 1 plus, this is my third equation suppose. So if I am adding 1 plus 3 or 1 minus 3, so it will be V in minus 10 VO by 12 will be equal to 10,110,000 IB. Now if you divide 4 and 5, you will directly find IB cancel a relation between VN and VA. So that is our requirement. If you divide this one, it will be V in minus 10 VO by 12 is equal to 0.01097. And finally if you do it, you will find VO by VN. I am directly writing it because it will take some time. It is 9.06, which is from the option you can say around 10. So this one you can see. So that's why the hybrid parameter is important. Once you, because of this resistance only, it becomes problematic. Otherwise there is no relation between input and output. Input side you take KVL, output side you take KVL, that with 2 KVL it comes down. But here because of this we have to take one more extra. So 3 equation came. Otherwise it would have been an easy question. You will see in amplifier while we will solving, it doesn't take so much time. But here because of this resistance, the problem occurred. Okay. Now if you come to question number 47, the transistor given circuit should always be in active region. The maximum value of RC for which in ohm, which can be used is here. See here, whatever we have learned for active region, we can use that one. But because they have given directly the saturation voltage, what will be the saturation voltage? Because in saturation, what this will be shorted. Okay, this will be shorted. That voltage is given 0.2. Because they have given this one, so we have to consider that case here. And you always think whatever you IC current you calculate in active region, because saturation is the maximum limit. So whatever you calculate IC, that is beta into IB format, that always less than equal to I saturation. So we will be using this one. We could have used this one. This you take a KVL along this path, that should be greater than. But because they have given this one, so we need to use this one. Because this data is given, so to use this data, so we will go this way. That means we will calculate this IC saturation. Because IC saturation is easy. Because this is given, so you directly take KVL. Because it is in saturation, you forget about base. And once we will consider that it is in active region. So active IC, that should be less than your saturation or less than equal to. From there we will find a case. So what will be I saturation here? This is your 5 minus 0.2. 5 minus 0.2 divided by RC. And what is IB? For IB, this is saturation. In saturation mode we have considered. Now we are considering here is inactive mode. What is inactive mode? IB. In saturation mode IB will be 0. So in active mode, what will be your IB? You take a KVL along this path. So IB will be equal to 5 minus 0.7 divided by 2 kilo, which is equal to 2.15 into 10 to the power minus 3. And IC active will be equal to beta into this one. So beta, if you multiply beta into IB, so beta is they have given 100, so it will be 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 1 ampere. So this current, that is active current, that is always less than or equal to your saturation. So from here we will get RC. So this condition you have, whatever you calculate active current, that will be less than or equal to your saturation current. Because here we can calculate saturation current, that's why you have gone in this way, this data, to use this data. Okay, because ideally it should be 0. So if I go by this way, then it will consider that this is 0. So actually not, that is not the case. There is some drop there because they have mentioned. So you need to go in this way. So if you do this one, I think you can easily calculate from here. RC will be equal to greater than or less than equal to 22 point, because RC will be that side, 22.32. So the maximum value for which it can be used is 22.32, because RC should be less than that. The maximum can be, so answer is 22.32 ohm. If you see question number 48, in the following circuit the transistor is in active mode, VC is equal to 2 volt. To get VC equal to 4 volt, will you replace RC by RC dash? What will be RC dash by RC? So for that again you need to take, the transistor is in active region, they have given active region, so that is good. So we can use all our formulas. Okay, now VC is equal to 4 volt. Okay, this is given 4 volt. So what will be your, this current you can easily calculate. So what is your IC current? Because this is given 2 volt, so this is 10 minus 2 by RC. So you can easily calculate. So IC will be equal to 10 minus 2 by, so you can easily calculate IC equal to 10 minus 2 by RC. Okay, this is your IC. And what is your IB? IB will be equal to 10 minus 0.7 by RB. This is your IB, that is 9.3 by IB, and this is 8 by RC. Now there is a relation between these two. So 8 by RC is equal to beta into beta, they have given, I think, oh no, so beta into 9.3 by IB. So this is a relation they have, we have found out. Okay, now you come to next case. What is IC dash? If they change it to RC dash, if they changing it to RC dash, then what will be your IC? 10 minus 4, because it will be now 4, so it will be 10 minus 4 by R dash C, that is 6 by R dash C. And what will be your beta? IB. IB remains same, because IB will be 9.3 by RB. IB will not change, because it is 10 minus 0.7 by 3, so it will be remain same. Okay, so now again what will be this, that relation has to be fulfilled, that is equal to beta into 9.3 by RB. If you divide these two, you will get the relation between RC dash and RC. So if you divide this by this, so it will be 8 by RC and RC dash by 6, and this side is 1. So RC dash by RC is equal to 6 by 8, which is equal to 3 by 4, which is equal to 0.75. So this is the answer. In 49, what they are asking, in the given circuit, the silicon transistor beta is this much, the collector is this much, the ratio of the RB to RC. You need to find a relation between RC and IB. So what we use this one, this current IB, this current I, this is equal to IC plus IB. So we apply this one. I is equal to, because VC is directly given, so you can calculate this R. I is equal to IB plus IC. So with that we will involve both this. So I will be equal to 15 minus 9 by RC. And what is RB? RB is equal to this voltage, this is 9. So 9 minus 0.7 by IB. So it will be 9 minus 0.7 by RB. Plus, that is 75 into IB. So you can write it, beta is equal to 75 they have given. So 75 into again 9 minus 0.7 by RB. So actually it is 76 into this. So from here you will get RB by RC directly, 105.133. Simple one, just to apply this one. 50, what they are asking, when a bipolar junction is operating in saturation, which of the following statement is true about the its collector base end? So it is in saturation. Saturation means both are forward biased. You know this one. That means both collector base and base emitter junction are forward biased. If they both are forward biased, then it is in saturation. If this is forward, this is reverse, then it is in active. If both off, then it is cut off. If reverse happen, this becomes forward, this becomes, then it is reverse acting. Okay, then that is C is answer for here. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.